What up, guys? Alright, so I couldn't think of anything I wanted to review right now, so I decided to try something different. This is going to be a review of Arrow Episode 1, Season 4. Now, of course, I watch Arrow, being a huge DC fan, as I've always said. So there's not a lot of movies and trailers going on right now. Not a lot of movies going on right now. So we're going to dive into some television. And if you guys like this, I might do weekly reviews of each episode since I do watch them all. But here we go. Episode 1 of Arrow. Entitled, what was the title of that episode, in all honesty? I forgot what it was titled. I think it was The Calm, because basically we knew what was, when everything's at its highest moment, everything goes downhill from there. It's always kind of been like that. So at the end of a season, if you do watch Arrow, at the end of season 3, we saw Slade Wilson try to unleash his army of super soldiers on the city, and Oliver, Roy, and with the help of Black Connie, Sarah, and the League of Shadows. I know they're called the League of Assassins on TV, but I call them the League of Shadows because they kind of are. We're able to stop Slade Wilson. Slade Wilson was locked up, and then we found out that Oliver, when he wasn't on that island, he was in Hong Kong, and he had already met Amanda Wheeler, which we had it was hinted at many times that he had known Amanda Waller for a while, but now we actually got to see that. So move forward to season 2. Now, season 4. Now, immediately, I like the opening of season 4. And one thing I do love, and I'm just going to mention it real quick, is that bow. I like his new bow. I like how it retracts. That was the first thing that I noticed. As soon when he's running across the rooftops, he goes like that, and the bow just comes apart. I was like, that's cool. I'm like, upgraded since he's got all this technology. They're upgrading the type of stuff that he would be using. I thought that was really cool. Also, you introduce Roy now. Roy now has fully become basically Arrow's sidekick. Basically Red Arrow. Even though they are not really going to call him that, I don't think they're ever going to call him that. But basically, he's Red Arrow, fighting alongside of Oliver. And from what you can tell, his training obviously is going well because now he is a master marksman and he can kick ass just like Oliver Queen. So we start off. First episode basically was continuation of where we left off all the characters. Now that Laurel knows that Oliver's the Arrow, now they've kind of worked into an arrangement where basically Oliver goes after the bad guys, and then once he does, she prosecutes them and they put them into the jail. She gives them the guys and they go after them. So they're kind of almost working as a team type of thing, almost how Batman and Jim Gordon basically work in Gotham, where Gordon would always tell Batman about certain things that Batman didn't already know about it, and then Batman would go and take care of it, which I actually like that. And then also we cut to her father, Detective Lance, which is alive. He's alive, which I know at the last time we saw him he had passed out from internal bleeding from getting thrown around in his in the police precinct. So we didn't know, was he alive, was he dead? I didn't really think they'd kill him off like that in that way and he'd just be dead the next season. But it's cool. He's alive. I mean, he was a kind of dick in the first season, but he's definitely growing on everybody. I think we will all admit that he's really growing on us. More advancements with Oliver and Felicity's relationship now. They're kind of doing with them almost what they did with Oliver and Laura. Is like, will they? They got together and then they did it. It's almost seeming this way now. They're doing this with Felicity and Oliver. It's the whole will they, won't they type thing. And sometimes that kind of annoys me when they do things like that, because sometimes they drag it on too long. I mean, we've all known for a while that Felicity and Oliver might get together. I mean, they've hinted at that since like the first season. But of course, doesn't go right for Oliver when basically an RPG comes busting through the restaurant and ruins the whole dinner. Essential, but the way Oliver's life is, he really can't have full happiness. I don't think he'll ever actually get that type of happiness, but who knows. We move on to Diggle, who now is a father with his ex-wife, or girlfriend, ex-wife, I did like that part where he's like, your wife, ex-wife, ex-boyfriend. I did like that whole banter thing. No Thea, last time we saw Thea, she was leaving with Malcolm Merlyn. We most likely will more than likely see Thea later on in the season. It was cool to see the Barry Allen, see the phone call from Barry where he asked him to meet him on the roof. If you've seen the Flash show, you know what I'm talking about. I have seen Flash, and I most likely will do a review of that episode right after this. These are mostly going to be fast reviews because I don't like to do too much, and I enter it next review next time. If you guys like this, I might do it next, do another one next week, and actually do it on Wednesday. I did see it on Wednesday. I just waited a little longer to do the review. We saw the return of Vertigo, only this time with the new player, which was kind of a throwaway villain. A lot of them are just throwaway villains to advance the story, but it was cool. I don't know the name of that actor, but I actually like that guy. He plays a cool character like that. But then we get to the biggest thing. During the fight with Oliver and the new Count. Black Connie shows back up. Sarah, which the last time we saw Sarah, she was leaving with the League of Shadows. She had made her deal with them to have them help save the city. They did. She agreed to go back and return to Ra's al Ghul, which we thought everything was fine, and we all realized maybe someday we'd see her again. I mean, Black Connie Canary is a big character, but it was cool to see her again. But of course, and now, if you do watch Arrow and you haven't watched the season premiere, you might want to stop watching this video now. I'll just tell you guys right now who might want to stop watching it because the spoilers are coming up. I loved it. I thought the first episode was great. Huge shocker. So now let's move on to the big shocker. The death of Sarah Black Connie. Now, of course, everybody's got their whole theories of who killed her. Honestly, when it happened, I was shocked, but I wasn't, because I read the comics. If you know the comics, Laurel will become Black Canary too. And from the moment Laurel was on screen, we all knew. And once they started talking about Black Canary, and even after she showed up and they had her as Sarah, we knew sooner or later Laurel would have to step into the mantle. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to give her the Canary Cry. Don't know. It would be kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure if they can do super soldiers, I'm sure they can find a way to give Laurel the power to do that. But yeah, I know a lot of people are saying Ra's al Ghul did it. Was it Malcolm Merlyn? Was it Thea? I think all of you are wrong. More than likely, it's Komodo, who's a character from the comics who works with League of Shadows. More than likely, he's the one who killed her. Now, question is, did he do it under Ra's al Ghul's order? Probably more than likely, Ra's al Ghul is going to be on the show later this year. Granted, I'm wondering what will be the if he will be the main villain and protagonist for this season, because they keep talking about Flash and Arrow crossover. If you're gonna do something like that, something big has to happen where Oliver says, "Shit, I can't handle this guy. I need Barry Allen." Something big's got to happen where he needs somebody superpowered like the Flash to help take down the person. And I don't want to forget the other thing. Brandon Routh as oh my God, what's his name? Oh well, he's playing the Atom, the character who becomes the Atom. Oh my God, I don't know why I forgot his name. I should know this. And I just watched the episode, and I'm getting a block. Ray Palmer. Sorry. I don't know why I couldn't get that out for some reason, but there we go. Yes. And I gotta say, Brandon Routh, he did a great job. This is the first time I've honestly seen Brandon Routh in anything since Superman Returns, which I didn't like that film, but it's cool. But he really knocked it out of the park with this role, and I'm really interested to see where they go with him, and will he transition into Atom? I mean, they've hinted at it, so it's more than likely going to happen, and it would be cool to actually see him transition like this. And the big question is, with the Flash, with Arrow, with Atom, with the rumors of Buster Gold, is CW secretly, is Warner Brothers and DC secretly trying to hint that this might be a Justice League of America type situation with Amanda Waller trying to get possibly getting all these guys together to form some type of team. Only time will tell. Time will tell on that one. So we'll see how that goes with it. But yeah, Sarah's death was shocking, but it wasn't not predictable. In all honesty, a lot of people knew sooner or later this character would have to die because that would be the only way for Laurel to become the next Canary. And this is honestly a perfect way to do that because having her die right in front of Laurel, you know that she's gonna want to find out who did this, and she's gonna of course want to take revenge. So I like that. We also got a shot of Katana. Glimpse. It was not in her outfit at all, but we already know the Japanese guy, the Chinese guy is right there. Who's Katana? We all know she's going to be playing Katana, and will become her later. We'll get to see more. She'll probably be one of the people who helps train Oliver. So we'll see how that goes right there. But overall, I think the first episode of season 4 of Arrow was really good. I think it was actually better. I think it was better than last season's premiere. Because you got these characters who are so far progressed now, and it was cool to just see them go right into it. I mean, you see Oliver kicking ass. You see him with some new cool gadgets and tools, which is always nice. You see him teaming up with Roy, helping him out. It's cool to see the whole gang now settled in terms of their team. But of course, with the death of Sarah, which is going to be the big shakeup, and it'll be interesting to see how this deals with Oliver, because more than likely this is going to put him into a revenge mode, and he's going to want to get revenge on who killed her. So it will be cool to see where they go with this in terms of the story progression. But yeah, so episode 1, season 4 of Arrow, I have to say the premiere episode was really good. If I was rating it, I'd give it a 9 for in terms of basically rating number. But yeah, I'd give it a 9. But yeah, definitely up from season 2's premiere. And I'm really interested to see how things go from there. And I'm definitely going to keep watching it. I love watching the show. It's honestly like it a lot better than Smallville. But yeah, so that is my review on season 4, episode 1 of Arrow. If you guys like the review, I'll keep trying to. I'll do some. I'll do weekly reviews of each episode. I might even dive into some other stuff like even possibly Game of Thrones, aka A Song of Ice and Fire, for people who like me who've read the books. I still always look at it that. Maybe I'll do reviews of the season of some of the seasons of that, or just do episode review when the season starts next year. Who knows? But yeah, so leave some comments below. Tell me what you think. Did you enjoy the first season of the premiere episode of Arrow? And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will more than likely be The Flash.